Last week, PaperX and RRQ faced off, and while PaperX did end up winning overall, RRQ did beat them 13-7 on the Ascent, so pretty handily. And I just wanted to highlight how Ascent is one of PaperX's worst maps, and if you want to beat them on an international stage, you need to be picking Ascent against them. And the main reason for that is that the agent pool that you beat, the agent composition that is the most meta on Ascent, this Killjoy Sova, Jet, Omen, KO, it doesn't really fit PaperX's map agent pool that well because of Jing and because of Devi. Now, Devi is not the main issue here because he can play almost every agent in the game, so he's all right on the Sova. It's not his most comfortable initiator, but he's all right. The main issue here is Jing, because Jing's agent pool of agency bonus he plays is Neon, it's Raze, and it's Sage. And none of those agents really work that well on Ascent. And so they tried to put him on the Clove here. And I just think that Clove is not an amazing pick in pro play for the reasons that we're about to see in this VOD. So the first reason that I think Ascent is a really bad map for PaperX is because it's really hard to take opening duels as the attacker just one-on-one with no util, which is one of the kind of deciding fact, not deciding, one of the main characteristics of PaperX is they like to take these opening duels. And as you can see here, the geometry of the map really favors the defender in dry open 1v1s. So as you can see here, something ends up losing the 1v1 to Jemkin, but that's not the main thing I'm talking about here. I'm talking about this duel between Forsaken and RRQ Silva. So as you can see here, if I just go back a little bit, Forsaken is transferring his crosshair between two different angles here. He kind of half clears that, and the Sova gets the opening kill on him, which leads to RRQ winning the round. I'll skip forward a little bit, but they win this 5v3 retake pretty easily. So, but yeah, just one of the main reasons that PaperX really like to take those opening 1v1s, and it really does not favor the attackers at all on this map, just because of how the geometry of it is. And as you can see, PaperX are about to take a timeout right after this round, but the main reason is that there's so many different elevations for the defenders to play on this map. However, the attackers don't really get that same level of elevation. They just get, for most, as you can see in main, it's kind of one plane. If we go back, it's just one plane that the defenders can swing, but the attackers, sorry, can swing, but the defenders have so many different other like elevations and angles that they can play on. It really just favors them in these opening 1v1s. So the next round we're going to look at is round number 11. As you can see, RRQ, they have a trap play set up here for the blind and the jet updraft off of the turret. However, it ends up not getting anything, as you can see. He whiffs, but this round was mainly won due to RRQ playing well rather than PaperX throwing the round. So I just wanted to take a look at it real quick on how RRQ managed to out default PaperX here. So as you can see, PaperX have 3 in a main, but they start to rotate off. But RRQ managed to insert a player into tiles later in this round and actually pick off one of the rotators. And so they just had a bit of a better understanding of what PaperX were trying to do. And it really just highlights how important mid control is on this map. So they can see RRQ, once they realize that there's not really much presence towards A, they kind of read that this Sova is just a fake. And so they start to insert players out into mid to try to pick off the rotates. And unfortunately, the player rotating does have the bomb. So once this player gets picked, the round's just over. They have control of the bomb. But it really highlights how important mid control is on Ascent and how important it is taking it early as the attackers. Because I can see here, now there's only 36 seconds. Bomb is down in spawn. PaperX aren't ready for Zafira. RRQ's names, by the way, are just, they're all ridiculous. They have Zafiro, they have Lemur, they have Estrella, they have Jemkin, and they have Monyet. It's just absolutely absurd names. But as you can see, I mean, easy peasy 4v2, and they just convert. And RRQ looked really good, honestly, on this map, and it's kind of sad that they have to play Gen G first round of playoffs. They could possibly win, but my money's on Gen G. But it's a 4v1, they end up converting. So yeah, it's just really good from RRQ to recognize the situation that players are going to make still going to be late rotating from A, and they insert people in the tiles to get those picks. So overall, just a really good outplay by RRQ. All right, so the next one we're going to look at is round number 15, and PaperX here go for a very interesting idea. They go for the no mid presence, stack towards B, stack towards A strat, which is a little interesting, but it has some merit to it. However, you need a trip deep here. As you can see, RRQ are going to be able to abuse that. And I just don't like this Clove pick that much. As you can see this round, it's not going to get that much of value. I think that another Initiator or even another Duelist would help a lot more with Paper X's style. This double smokes just did not find much value throughout this game. So yeah, RRQs start with the standard 1-3-1 default that pretty much every team does on this map. They're going to take this mid space once they realize that there's not much Peasant's Market. They Omen Blind in, and then they insert their Sova deep here. Forsaken's going to be wise to it though, but however, the Sova is just going to end up winning this duel and then sticking around. But as you can see here, the Clove uses one smoke this round and gets one kill off of it. However, if you can see, Mind Freak still has a smoke. Like this smoke, it did not need to be a Clove smoke. It could have been an Omen smoke. And as you can see, so basically Clove used pretty much zero utility this round and ended up dying and getting traded. So the Clove just didn't have any value. If that was a raise, that would have been fine. It would have done the same job. But the main thing here is obviously the Sova getting the first initial kill. And then they do end up trading it out, but RRQ do win this 2v2. So Devi gets the kill here. But really quickly, you're going to see this amazing Sova dart from Devi. Just absolutely amazing. I don't know what that was. It's just, again, with, like I said in the beginning, not very comfortable agents for Devi and Jing. More so for Jing. But I get it shows a little bit for Devi here too. And so RRQ, they get the first pick, and then the Killjoy is smart, just tucks in hell, plays time. Or not hell, sorry, Jenny. But I mean, just a good round from RRQ overall, managing to exploit Paper X's setup. And just again highlighting the issues with the agent picks on this map for Paper X. It's just not a great map for them, especially now that they can't run that Viper Sky comp that they used to run at Champs last year. That comp looked very good on this map. However, changes to both those agents makes it pretty unplayable now. The next round we're going to look at is round number 19. And I'm just going to say real quick, if this is the round that, if you like Clove, this is the round that you should show people about Clove. However, I'm going to argue that this can be done with any agent. So as you can see, Jing, he gets 2 here. He gets the heal, and then he gets a 3rd because of the heal. However, just put Jing on Reyna. Like, he doesn't use any smokes here. I guess he does. Does he use the metal at the beginning of the round? By the way, the icons are switched, which is really funny to me. However, real quick. Yeah, he doesn't buy the metal. Where is that? Oh, he does buy it. But wait, 1 second. So he doesn't end up throwing it at the beginning of the round. However, RRQ are defaulting, so it doesn't matter. But I just want to show this because this is funny. If I go back to... Yeah, as you can see, the pick-me-up is here and the metal is here, but the metal is here and the pick-me-up is here on the broadcast, which is really funny to me that they messed it up. But anyways, he throws the metal. It doesn't do anything. He swings. He gets 2. He gets the heal. But he doesn't even use a smoke. So, like, if you want to do this, just play Reyna or play another duelist. Because he doesn't get much value out of it. And he gets the 3rd off of the heal. But if you want to heal, play Reyna, play Sage, play something else that is in his agent pool. Don't force him to play smokes and then not get much value out of it. And so it just, overall, the pick didn't make much sense to me. And I just think that they need to either not play Ascent or figure out something new by the time Champs rolls around. Because you cannot have a map like this in your map pool unless it's your permaban. And it's not their permaban. They've been banning Split recently. So it might become their permaban. 1 Split goes out of the map pool. But I just think they need to try something drastic pretty soon. So the last round we're going to look at is round 20. RRQ end up winning the game off of this. They start with this mid default. They drone. And I don't know what this smoke from Jing was. It's kind of funny. I think it's a threat in the swing out cat, but it's just kind of a funny smoke. However, they have this double smoke setup in A main that they've ran the entire game pretty much. And RRQ end up deciding to go for an A hit if we skip forward a little bit. And real quickly here, you can see the lack of comfortability on this agent showing a little bit more. First hit was Monyet missing the dart into a wall. Now it's Jing missing the one-way. And so he completely whiffs the one-way here. RRQ just swing out of it together. And he throws another smoke here, plays inside of it, manages to get 1. Which is some of the... He managed to get 2 actually, which is some of the creativity coming on for Jing. He ults, however, Estrella just goes nuclear and trades him out. And that's one more thing I wanted to show about this agent that I don't like is the ult. That TMV did a Thinking Man's Valorant. If you're curious about it, his new video, he went really in depth in this and like looked at all the rounds that Clove was played and tallied up when when Clove got value out of the ult, and he said it was 1 out of 9 times Clove got value directly from her ult. But he does. I mean, he just gets traded out here. So that's the big issue with the ult, is that it doesn't have any direct impact on the rounds, and it's not. Ults like that are not great in pro play. Like ults like a Sage Res, where somebody has to be dead or has like a pre-existing requirement for the ult, are not great in pro play. And Clove ult has that. You have to die before using it. So as you can see here, Zafiro just wins the 1v1 to close out the game. But I just don't love this map for PRX in a whole, and hopefully when the map pool changes to Abyss, they can make this their permaban and they can cook up something on Abyss, which I'd be really interested to see how PRX play that map. I think there'd be some funny comps they could run potentially. But this map, just not very good for PRX overall.